Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm also doing good.
Happy to hear. And your name is Jatin.
Yeah,
And where are you from?
I'm from India.
Ooh, exciting. Where in India?
I'm living in Haryana, northern part of India.
Ah, oh, you guys have the best food.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
So, what is your name?
Emilia.
Amelia. And where are you
Mhm.
from?
I was born in Lithuania, but then I grew up in America and I currently live in Cyprus with my husband.
You are living in America right now.
No, I am living in Cyprus.
Is it a
It's a
country?
very, very small country by Turkey.
Acha. Okay.
Mhm.
So, Lithuania, like where you were living in your childhood, like that is also a
Yeah.
country.
Yeah, that
Oh.
is also a country, and that is another very small country in
Hmm.
Northern Europe.
So, you have been like in three different countries till now.
Yeah,
Mm.
I'm an
How has been your
international.
like how has been your experience in those countries and which is the best country for you?
Wow, good question. All three countries have their own
Mm.
benefits and they all have their own negatives.
Mm.
Um, Lithuania is a nice place to live in Europe because it has all of the charm of Europe. So it has the history, it has the really
Mm.
nice buildings, um, it has the nature, the work-life balance is very present. So when
Mm.
you work, but you don't work too long, you don't work too hard, and then when you relax, it's a
Mm.
time to relax with your family and it's very balanced. So I like that about Europe.
Mm.
Cyprus is I live in North Cyprus, which is sort of more Middle Eastern than South Cyprus.
Okay.
So um, the food here is good, the weather is good, the people are nice, but the economy is very bad. So it's not
Mm.
a good place to live because the economy is really, really like garbage. There's nothing here. And America has its own challenge of you have to work hard in America to
Mm.
make money. It is more expensive, but in America, if you work, there is opportunity. And if you have
Mm.
even a little bit of intelligence,
Mm.
in America, you can do okay. Like,
Mm.
I find that the people that complain about America the most are the people that aren't very smart. They don't use opportunities. They just sort of are happy to stay in the same place. But the people that use their brains and work hard can eventually live very, very satisfying lives and travel and have that work life balance. But you do
Mm.
have to work to get that, you know? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Okay.
So you are telling me that the country you are living now that has a very bad economy, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Terrible
like
economy.
why you people living there?
Because my husband is from Syria originally, so he
Hmm.
has a very weak passport, and we are waiting for him to get his visa, and we wanted to stay somewhere together. And Cyprus is
Okay.
the only place we can stay together.
Hmm.
So,
That's more important to
yeah,
stay
that is very
together.
important. Exactly, So even though the economy is bad and it's a boring country, at least we're together, so it's okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
So apart from these three countries, have you ever traveled to like other countries like India or any other countries in Asia?
Asia or India, no. I very much want to go to India because
Hmm.
again, I like food and I feel
Hmm.
like, you see videos of Indian street food and in the
Hmm.
West, there's a very negative reaction to the way that people cook, right? People cook with their
Hmm.
hands, they cook in the street, they like use pots and pans and everyone's eating
Hmm.
like they think it's dirty in the West. But in my opinion, I
Hmm.
think that this is the way people have been cooking for hundreds of years. right?
Hmm. Right.
Food, like, has to be phenomenal, like, absolutely out of this world.
Hmm.
I
Of
wanna
course.
try it. I wanna know, like, what authentic tastes
Hmm.
like, you know?
Sometimes the taste is in your hand.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Arabs say this as well, you know, like, and Turkish people, when you cook something, they say like, "Oh, God bless your hands." Like, you know, you
Hmm.
have
Hmm.
good taste. Yeah. Um, but I've been to more like European countries and Central America, so like Mexico, Jamaica, France, like the standard
Which
places.
kind of food, like in America, people usually eat? Like they don't
Um,
have any like. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
no, continue.
So I was asking you, like we in India, like we just used to eat fresh food daily. We used to
Yeah.
make chapati and any other vegetable daily.
Uh-huh.
But in America, like how people like managing their food habits with just like freezed items in supermarkets.
Um, yeah, in America, it's a bit more, how do you put this? Like, everything is very much based on convenience. So
Hmm.
maybe in other countries, right? Food is much more focused on freshness, as you say. Like, people cook every day; they make food fresh every day. And
Hmm.
in Europe, I would say that it's very similar, but in
Hmm.
America, they want food quickly. So it's a lot of focus on frozen meals. It's a lot of focus on restaurants.
Hmm.
But it's more of it's also a problem of in America, the wife and the husband both work. So
Hmm.
even for example, if the wife has time to make dinner, because she works, sometimes she's tired, or she will use like, you know, cans of soup or mixes
Hmm.
or something like that, just so it's easier for her. So it's
Hmm.
not really as much of an emphasis on fresh food as, you know, in India, which is really like, it's so cool that you get to eat fresh food every day. It's excellent.
Hmm. And like what you look like apart from this session on Cambly, what you do
Ah,
other than this. Mm,
yeah. Um, Apart from Cambly, I used to
mm,
be the director of a nursery, of a kindergarten.
mm,
So, I really enjoyed that job. I was pretty good at my job, but I left because, like I said, the economy is crashing and they were paying me in the local currency, which, you know,
mm,
like, I'm sure, you know, like rupees are worth less now
mm,
and the
mm,
Turkish lira is worth much less now. So, even
mm.
though maybe it's more difficult to earn the same amount of money on Cambly, because I am getting paid in dollars, economically, it's much more stable
That's more,
and
yeah.
I can, you know, it's that sort of idea. What about you?
Mm.
Like, do you work? Do you study? What do you do?
So I'm doing job in a bank,
Oh, okay.
like, in my city, right?
Very exciting. Are you an accountant or a teller? Like, what do you do?
I'm accountant.
A numbers
Mm.
person. Very nice.
Mm.
Do you like your job?
Yeah, of course.
Of course. Not a
I
lot
like
of people like jobs.
yeah, interacting with people.
Ah, okay. And you've been asking me lots of questions about countries. Are you interested in traveling?
Of course, I am interested in traveling to other countries. So, but I want to go to London first of all, but my budget doesn't allow me to do this.
Oh, why? Tell mom you have to. Tell her you're a grown man and it's your time.
Yeah, it's because I have to spend more money because rupee value is not that much great.
Ah,
That's the
fair.
problem. Hmm.
Unfortunate. Has like the economy in India been affected a lot by recently by like the war in Ukraine and all of that stuff?
Hmm.
It
Like
has?
global recession is like globally is also like affecting economy badly, and India is also like affected by this.
Mm.
But I will try in future. Like maybe I will have that much money to spend.
Yeah, yeah. Why don't you like uh why don't you work abroad because your mother won't let you?
Um, because that I don't want to, leave India for any
Ah.
reason. Like
Aha.
for traveling, I can go outside, but not for any job because I have to settle there for at least few years
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
if
of course.
I like go for a job.
Yeah, yeah, it's much more difficult to change countries than it is
Hmm.
to travel. Yeah, yeah, I
Hmm.
understand that.
You know
Um,
better.
yeah, yeah, there's nothing more difficult than going to a new country and not speaking the language. And I remember when I moved to, I've changed countries
Hmm.
twice, so I know how difficult it can be. And you don't know how to take a bus. You don't know where they stop, how much it costs, where to pay. Like it's all the little things that are very difficult. You think it's finding a house, but it's easy to find a house. Figuring everything out is much more difficult.
Which language you have to like learn if you are living in the country where you are in?
In Cyprus, I had to learn Turkish. In
Hmm.
Lithuania, we spoke Lithuanian. In America, you speak English. And then because my husband is Arab, I had to learn some Arabic. So I have quite a couple of like languages,
Hmm.
but none of them are very strong. I know, like, for example, your English skill is at least 20 times better than my skills in Turkish. In Turkish, I can ask for like 2 kilos of beef, please. That's it. That's my,
Hmm.
stop, no, yes. That's it.
Okay. So like, which is the most difficult one language?
Oh, uh, I would say that Lithuanian has the most difficult grammar, and
Hmm.
but Arabic is difficult to pronounce, and it has
Hmm.
letters that most languages don't use.
Hmm.
That's sort of the difficulty there.
Can you speak a little bit Turkish?
Lithuanian,
Turkish.
Turkish.
Hmm.
Merhaba, nasılsınız? I don't. That's it. That's all I can remember at the moment. Oh, what language do you speak, by the way?
Hindi, Punjabi, English.
Okay, Hindi,
I am
Punjabi. Say,
like
can you say something in Hindi?
हिंदी. आप कैसे
Yeah.
हैं? आपको समझ ही नहीं आएगी हिंदी.
Ah, okay. I do you know Sanskrit? Not speaking, but
Uh,
like Sanskrit, right? Of Sanskrit.
I like we were like have a subject of Sanskrit in 10th standard, but after that we didn't have any
Ah,
touch with Sanskrit.
okay. Listen to this. Lithuanian
Hmm.
language Sanskrit.
Sanskrit. Oh wow.
Yeah. So like the numbers are almost the same, like Vienna, Greece, like it's almost the same. So when they study Sanskrit
Hmm.
or like ancient
Hmm.
languages, then they study Lithuanian to see how it changes.
Like how it will be pronounced, like something.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. How it's pronounced, how like languages
Hmm.
change over time. So they take it as an example of how language
Hmm.
changes over time. It's very interesting. Because Northern Europe, India, they're very far, but the languages
Uh,
are like the closest they can
Similar.
find.
Wow. Very
Yeah,
fascinating.
right? It's like a
Hmm.
cool fact. I always thought it was cool. Interesting. Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
And then you said you speak Hindi and Punjabi. I didn't know
Hmm.
Punjabi was a language.
Punjabi is a language.
Oh,
Punjabi like movies are also there. Punjabi songs are also there.
ah. I didn't
You
know. I
should
thought
come
it
to
was maybe
India.
a
There is
dialect.
you should come to India and like you will be surprised of how many cultures are there in India and
Yeah,
how many
yeah.
languages.
Yeah, I know. I know there's a lot. I had lots of friends in high school who spoke Tamil.
Hmm.
So, very interesting. Anyway, Judson, it was very nice to meet you. Thank you for the lesson. I hope you have a
Thank
good day.
Yeah,
Bye
sure.
bye.
Bye.